Good morning. We're live. Yes. Oh, I'm seeing lots of comments, y'all, about the new listing tool. I got it 2 days ago. I hate it. I hate the item specific bubbles. That is the worst thing about it. Yes, I'm whining and whining about it. It's just, I liked filling in the blocks. And to be honest, I do a lot of NA, but to have to click, then put whatever you're going to do, because very few of the bubbles are working for me. They're not pulling up the correct information. So it's, click on the add, put it in, click on the, and then move. I'm doing a whole lot less item specifics right now because I'm getting into the flow. So that's a good thing. Posting the pictures first, where I was used to doing the title and the SKU. Good morning, Cheryl. We're all commiserating on the new listing screen. Now, Beth loves it. So let's just all hope we can get our inner Beths going as far as the new screen, because I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. All right, let me get a whole bunch. The girls are going to be here. Lori said she's running a little bit late. I'm sure Elizabeth will be here shortly. Good morning, Rhonda. Got junk in our trunk. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Scott. Maybe Christina. Maybe both. Good morning, Candace. The inky thimble. I like that one. Yeah, I know, Scott. Why fourth quarter? Why make changes in the fourth quarter? They did this to us last year with the whole changing all the item specifics, and fingers crossed, y'all. My question is, why did they change the listing screen when what our sellers are seeing is identical to what it always has been? I could understand if maybe they changed, and maybe that's in the plans.
Sellers or buyers?
The buyers, what they're seeing is identical to what it was before. And maybe this is like the first part of a rollout where they are changing the eBay look. I don't know, but fourth quarter. So, but yeah, we all can just, I'm not sure how many people are still left. I asked Bolo Buddies this weekend if hers had changed. I don't think hers had changed yet. So I don't know. I guess I should put out a notice in my Facebook group who hasn't been thrown into the new listing page. Yeah, I hate the item specifics, especially when you get into like action figures. There's about 400, and in some of them also it's grading. How many action figures that are currently listed right now on eBay are graded professionally? They should be the exception, that it should be a button they request. Not all of us not be able to fill all that in. Let's see, new here. It's not that bad. I know. My friend Beth this morning, she's like, I told her, I admitted I'm getting into the flow. It's getting a little bit easier. And she says she reads that a lot on Facebook. Once you kind of get used to it, it's just the item specifics. I don't like that clicking bubbles. I don't. I could see where it would be really helpful if it was actually pulling up. Like I listed a juicer yesterday and it pulled up, and in my title, I have the model number, and yet it pulled up a totally different one. So I was having to change everything, and I was listing it for parts. So every time I was having to change it because it was like 10 different parts I'm selling. That's the way to go, especially when you have heavy stuff is listed by parts, and it was brand new. I've just separated it out. I do My husband's over here egging stuff on. I hate changing anything. I do. But it'll be all right. I agree, Rhonda. She says nobody working for eBay is a reseller themselves. And I was just telling Robert this yesterday. I wished before they did stuff like this, pull in large resellers or resellers who have been on there for a long time, have history, and get our opinions, because I have lots of opinions, like on stuffed animals, lots, because I have been dealing with it. Why all the brands? And if you go into stuffed animal Gund, you get different item specifics than if you go into stuffed animals Russ. Just make it one screen. I don't mind filling in those, although occasion is ridiculous. Why do I need to put an occasion? You know, who am I to say that somebody who bought I don't know. Let me look over here. Who bought a frog plush by Gons isn't giving it as a Christmas present, a birthday present, an anniversary present because it's a present from their childhood. You know, I don't understand that. They need to have panels, definitely. Because I could streamline plush for sure. I think there's a screen. So wasn't there a screen somewhere or a place you could go into and it ranked you on how large you were a reseller on
different?
Yeah, depending on your niches.
Where you rank in each category.
Yeah,
so how I found it that one day.
I don't remember. Maybe it was somebody else talking about it.
No,
Thank you, Cheryl. Yes, I got a haircut yesterday. Thank you. I got real bangs, not just whooshy bangs that I could still put to the sides. And then I was tired of the straggly. But the problem with this is I go to bed with my hair wet. So what happens to your hair? It's these waves. I got waves. I got the Farrah Fawcett thing going on here. Yeah.
Got a question right here.
Already. Okay. Cannot find the option to choose countries on GSP or eBay International. All right. This is how I find it.
Rebel, can you do it on this screen here? And then you can share your screen. You might have to sign into eBay, but if you could do it on that screen, then you can share that screen. So try to do it there.
All right.
If you want me to sign you in, I can do it because I know this.
Oh, I don't know, y'all. I'm going to go into eBay. All right. How do I do this screen?
What do you mean? Share it?
Yeah. I forget already.
It's one of your options down there.
On here?
No.
No, on here.
In StreamYard.
In StreamYard.
Go to StreamYard. At the top.
See, y'all, I don't like change. Oh, at the top. Oh, I got to go back to here.
Yes.
All right. And then what?
Present.
Where's that? Oh, here. What is it? Present screen?
Present screen, yes.
Oh, present screen or present screen?
Well, you're going to present the present screen. So
here we go, guys. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to go here. Oh, share screen.
There you go.
All right. I'm going to go here. Now, what you need to do is go to your name up here. Except I keep getting that where it says, hi, Rebel. Go into your account settings. And then go into, let me find it. Oh, I had to click down here. Shipping preferences. And then you want to, you're actually excluding what countries you don't want to ship to. So you go into this excluded shipping locations. And I showed in a recent video, I think, if you look up postal something, it tells you the countries that you, for me, I only ship to countries that have delivery confirmation. And that's a thing.
Presenting.
Oh,
Wait,
why not? Okay, Robert messed it up. Blame Robert.
Still see Rebel.
Here, do I have to change here? Window.
Yes. But not that.
No. Here.
Just do your whole screen.
Entire screen.
Yes. There you go. Let's
Right
scroll
here.
down.
Right?
Yes.
Now what?
Scroll down.
Scroll down.
Let me drive.
Let him drive.
There's probably an OK button here somewhere.
Hold on, y'all.
So I'm going to pick a Chrome tab. Exclude shipping locations. Share. Now go back to the beginning.
All right. I'm going back to the beginning. Hi, Rebel. Account settings. Go look and see if they're seeing. Are you guys seeing it now? Somebody let us know. Track your packages. I don't think so. Are we sharing?
I think so.
Okay. Then scroll down to your shipping preferences. Now, hold on. I'm going to go see what that screen was called. If you want to do it the way I do it. It's called 252 Eligibility Postal Explorer. Just Google that. And it's going to give you a list of countries that do delivery confirmation. So then you go down to your exclude shipping locations. And then under international, like I absolutely refuse to ship anywhere in Africa. So that's why it's completely checked there, and Central America and Caribbean and South America. Just not doing it. Not doing it. I do global shipping. If they want to ship to those countries, that's fine. But I personally don't. And then I go into each one of these. Like here's Europe. You check the ones you don't. So I just go through that list and I leave the countries that have delivery confirmation included in shipping. I leave them unchecked. Everything that's checked up here says select the regions and countries you don't ship to. And then I just go through that entire list. And the problem, I haven't done a video on this yet, is when I go into bulk edit to include this, it's not letting me do it. So luckily, what I've done is I set it up for one listing, and I'm always doing, what is it called? Oh, sell similar. I use my own listings to do sell similar every time I list something.
You don't use other people's.
I don't use other people's. So this way, it's always on there. But if you can try to go into bulk edit, that would be the best way to do it, because you could just go in and add it to all your listings in bulk. And I've done it in the past, but for some reason right now, I cannot get it to work. I check probably every week or so just to see, because I'd like to make the video. All right, so how do I get back out of this screen? Oop, everybody's here. Elizabeth's waiting. How do I get out of the screen?
Stop sharing, probably.
I don't know. Oh, here, stop screen.
Yes.
All right. Sorry, I had a question.
No, I was interested in that, and I was happy to see it. And I was trying to catch up with the comments. I see Rhonda reminded me because she said she woke up. Have you talked about the new listing tool yet?
Yes. Did you get it?
Yes. I thought I'd clicked on the wrong thing and like let it come in accidentally. And I was like typing a question to eBay because I was trying to get my listings done. It was late at night, and I wish I could find it. I was so aggravated because I wrote a message, something like, I accidentally clicked on the new listing tool. It is way too late at night for me to learn something new. I just want to get my listings up because I was trying to get them done as quick as I could. So because I was forced to do all my listings on my phone during the hurricane, which yay, I did not miss any day of listing. I just went and did it on my phone since I already know how to do it on my phone. And I was like, forget this. I'm not learning anything at 10:30 at night. Let me be fresh in the morning and I'll do it, but not when I just want to get it done and get to bed. So
I was working on comps. I had already done my morning listings. I was working on comps and I found a listing that I needed to edit. I don't remember what it was. And when I went in to edit, it started pulling up. And I was like, no, please, no.
I hate when they force you to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you see Rhonda's comment. You can put it up. She says, I knew it was coming. The main thing that frustrates is that they can't get what they're already doing correct. They need to spend their time on what's already is not working. If something's working, don't tweak that. Don't fix that. Fix what's not working.
I read in another post, a guy had responded, there's lots of posts out there right now about this new change. But he was like, I got forced in a month ago, and he said, be glad you got it done to you now, because he said there were so many bugs and so many issues. At least we're seeing, a better version, I guess, of what it was a month ago or however long ago it was that they all started putting people in. But I told Beth yesterday, I'm like, it's like cilantro. You either love cilantro or it tastes like soap. That's how people are with this. Lots of people are loving it. And then there's us who it tastes like soap.
Yeah, I don't like cilantro either. So, but my thing is that I would have been fine to learn it. And I, they probably have given me the option before and I just kept putting it off and, eventually you have to jump in. It's just that it was 10:30 at night and I just wanted to do something really fast and get to bed. And then I got, faced with it and I had to deal with it. So I did complete one listing and then I thought, I cannot, not right now. So I went to my phone and did the rest.
Beth, I don't see how we can be friends.
Wait, what did she say?
She says she loves the new listing and she loves cilantro.
Opposites attract.
I think her and Robert are long lost brother and sister because every time I turn around, they have more in common than she and I do.
You got your hair cut, didn't you? Did you get a trim?
I did yesterday.
It's cute.
I didn't like the scraggliness, and I'm just not ready to go totally short. I wore my hair short for so long.
Oh, did you?
I just don't want to go there.
I've tried short, and it's just not me. I just can't. I know a lot of women as they get older, they have really short hair, but I don't think I'm ever going to be one of those people. I mean, this doesn't have to be this long, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not ever going to have like a boy cut. I've tried kind of
I don't want to go back there.
And it's not me.
So, and then I started growing my hair out because I got tired of paying so much money to color it. And I like my color. Mm-hmm. But then yesterday she's like, oh, we could highlight your hair in white. And I'm like, I don't want to pay anymore. I'm frugal beyond frugal these days. It gets older as it gets worse as I get older. My frugalness.
You're economizing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, all right. I closed my Bonanza all the way. And then, of course, I wake up at 1 o'clock this morning and my brain just starts, and I'm thinking, oh no, I closed Bonanza. Now I can't pull up my reports for taxes at the end of the year. Because I shut it down. Totally. I don't know. Can you get back into Bonanza when you've closed everything down and get your info? I don't know.
I mean, you should. You don't have an account? You like deleted the account?
I don't know. I said close account.
You should be able to, for taxes, be able to get your information.
I would think. At this point, I doubt I even made $600. You know what I mean?
So it might not matter that much.
It might not. But for those who didn't hear, on Bonanza, I got a Vero. by,
Really?
and I've had them in the past where I get them on Bonanza, but nowhere else, and everything's on eBay. So, but it was for Hershey's plush.
Huh.
And I've got it on Goldbug before. Another person must have been having the same thing done to her. She got it on IKEA plush and Gund plush. And they threaten you, and several others. They threaten you that they're going to shut your account down. And the only way to not relist, because it's automatically synced to eBay, I would have to turn off the option of auto syncing and approve every listing every month, because I end and sell similar all 10,000 listings before I could get them back on Bonanza, just to make sure that I don't think they're vetting at all. They're not vetting these claims. Anybody can go in there and say, Amazon. Just like Amazon. Amazon's the same way. That's why we quit.
I need a shoebox.
So I just took it down.
It wasn't worth the effort for the sales you were getting.
One sale every 2 months.
Yeah. Ever since I started the whole end and sell similar, I wasn't getting any sales because I refused to pay the membership, which would get you more Google access. So, but yeah, now I got to try to figure that. I should have pre-thought ahead of time to at least download the last report. But it's on PayPal. You get all your payments through PayPal, so I think I should be okay.
If you can't get the reports, you can't pay the taxes.
Yeah. So, but this is my job today. This week, I'm starting to work on all of those little figures that I picked up last summer at a yard sale. That I think most of them are teenage. Was it last summer?
It was this summer.
Oh,
was
it?
Yes. The one down here where we keep buying stuff?
Yeah. Okay. Well, early this summer. So I went on the Action Figure ID group. Oh, shoot. I've already got stuff laid out. I'm doing round 2. I just take a big old piece of paper. You guys can't tell, but it's numbered 1. It should be 1 to 24, but I got crazy. And then I just put action figure parts on next to each number, posted a picture on there, and these people are mind-boggling with their information. Like this piece right here, I'm sorting through them right now. This little piece right here goes to a Jurassic Park Ellie Sattler. And they did that for, I think, of 23 items, I think I ended up with 4 that couldn't be identified. But
what's the group that you did this in?
Action Figure ID. Hold on, let me see their exact name because I'm on the screen. I'm going, and then this is what I do. They're called Action Figure Identification, the original in parentheses.
Do you have to pay to be in the group?
You have to join. But then as they identify them for me, I just bag it and write down what they told me. So this one was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Mutagen Man. And then when I get ready to go list, I've got everything I need. I just got to take the pictures and list them.
Is there a cost involved in joining? Is it a subscription or no? You just join?
No, it's just a Facebook group.
Because it seems like that's a lot of work for people. But if some people just really enjoy doing that and it's a challenge, they like the challenge of it, then I guess that's the benefit to them, is the fun of doing it.
I know. And what I thought was mostly Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, all of that isn't. I've got Power Rangers. I've got something called, Small Soldiers. I've got Hercules, Aliens, Kenner Aliens. I mean, these guys are amazing. And these are just teeny little pieces and parts.
Nice.
So if you ever come across, don't be afraid. Pick up especially weapons and stuff like that.
Bunch of nerds.
They're Robert's kind of people.
Bunch of nerds is what he said.
Yeah. Rhonda said she joins ID groups. I do too. I'm in Murano groups and vintage groups and anything that I can find that I can either learn something or eventually use to ID something.
I joined a couple of Jellycat groups, and I thought I don't know, they just wanted you to jump through a bunch of hoops, and I put up a picture of something asking what it was, but I guess I hadn't waited long enough for my my membership to be affirmed, and then you're supposed to put some kind of a sign in the picture with the date or something. I don't know. There was a bunch of stuff you had to do. So I went back to look, and the picture I posted had been deleted, and I guess I just didn't follow the rules. So I just searched around enough that I was pretty sure of what I had, and I went ahead and listed it. But I thought, man, if I gotta jump through too many hoops, then it's too much trouble for one thing.
Yeah. Cheryl, I was in Walmart the other day buying tape because I love the tape that we get from there. And they had newsprint in a huge bundle for $9.99. I don't know if that was a good price, but I went ahead and picked it up. And that's what I've been using because, like Robert wrote in there, we're getting out of the newspaper because, this way I don't have to bag it. I can just cram it into boxes without bagging because I know some people don't like to touch newspaper because it gets their fingers yucked. So we always bag it when we put it in a box, but this way I won't have to. And it'll save me $12 and something a month on newspaper subscriptions that I don't even read. So check Walmart. There's probably cheaper, maybe. And other people say call your local newspaper and see if you can buy like the end stuff.
Right. Is there like a recycling center where you could just go and get some for free?
Around here, our recycling centers are like dumps.
Mm.
You don't want to get that stuff.
Don't want to go there. Okay.
It's a convenience center where you take your trash and all that.
Lori says she uses U-Haul packing paper, $10 for 200 large sheets. I bet you that's about what we paid and how much we got at Walmart. So I think so. And Noelle is saying Home Depot painter's paper. That's thicker too. So that would be good if you're just using it for dunnage to fill a box. That way you don't have to, use a lot of it scrunched. Thank you, Nona's daughter. I love my haircut. So now I got to deal with
my husband has started bringing home stuff because of his job. He he's kind of on the receiving end of supplies and things. So he brings home like paper like this that I can reuse, and sometimes bubble wrap. And a few months ago, he brought home a bunch of like zippered bags, like Ziploc bags, but in big sizes that he said fireworks had come in. And I said, well, are you sure that there's not firework residue on these? He's like, no. I kept asking him, like, are you sure? Are you sure? He goes, no, it's totally fine. They're all sealed. It's just that's the bags that they came in. So I have gotten good use out of all of that stuff. So
that
free
nice.
is good too.
Look at this piece. They said it's Barnyard Commandos Private Side o' Bacon. How would anybody know?
Unless, like Robert said, nerds.
They love their stuff.
Yeah.
And every time I do large lots like this, I end up with people trying to PM me though. When are you going to list that? Can I just buy it from you?
Oh yeah.
So, it's an excellent. If you ever think you might be doing small, and it doesn't even have to be action figures. I've put other things on there, and I'll just say, I know this isn't an action figure, but I'm hoping somebody can still help me ID it. So it'd be like a dollhouse item or a Barbie item, although I know there's Barbie ID groups, which I'm in. But sometimes I just find this group responds. I mean, it's almost instant. When you post something, you start getting answers. It's almost a race, I think, for them. Who gets to answer first?
It's the challenge of it all. That's cool.
Yep. I lost my notes. Not that I really have too many. So, oh, I'm thinking about changing my store name. What do you guys think? To the Rebel Reseller on eBay. I don't even know if it matters, but it would make things easier as far as then I could use my cute little the Rebel Reseller logo in my eBay listing.
That's true. What is your store name right now? It's not Gizmorph is your username, right? What is
It's new to you toys.
New to you toys? Okay, yeah, I would change it. I think that way it's kind of your brand, and people can find you.
That's what I'm thinking. But I might wait. I don't know. Robert's over here listening to other YouTubers instead of to me.
You run your mouth enough. Thrifter Sifter, he's good.
Thrifter Sifter, yes. We enjoy his. He does a whole lot of shorts, and you guys know Robert's trying to break into the shorts. It's hilarious.
Well, I saw your thing on Instagram, your last couple of things about all your yard work. That is a lot of work. I don't know if y'all saw that. She posted on Instagram. Is it also on YouTube Shorts? It might be. I don't know. But she's embarked on a huge yard project. Oh, so my birthday is coming up November 1st, and my husband announced the other day that he had some personal holidays that were gonna he had to use up. And he said, so I'm going to take off like the Halloween weekend and my birthday's November 1st. And I said, oh, for my birthday? He's like, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Sounds like Robert.
I know. So then he's like, well, if you have any projects you want to do, because he's kind of been wanting to have a yard sale. And I said, oh, I can't switch gears to do a yard sale right now because I have stuff in the garage that could just go on a yard sale. But my momentum is going right now with eBay. And I said, please don't ask me to switch gears right now or it'll totally mess up what I'm doing with eBay. I said, maybe this time next year or even in the spring, I could do it. But, I'm not ready for that this year. So then like a couple of days later, I was like, oh, I know what I wanted for my birthday. I have all the stuff, almost everything but a post to make and put up a little free library. And I said, that's what I want for my birthday is for you to help me get it painted and get it put together and get the door on and go buy a post and get up and put my little free library in the yard. And at first he's like, okay. I'm like, really? That's what I want. I have all the books set aside to go in it and everything. And so hopefully that'll work and I'll be able to get that done. So I don't know what made me think of it just now, but anyway, I guess because y'all talking about somebody talking about going to Lowe's or something, or no, you said U-Haul. Oh, Home Depot. Yeah. Painter's paper.
Yeah. You should, anyway, at yard sales, you could get one of those big Rubbermaid like closet thingies you could use.
For a little free library?
Mm-hmm.
I've often thought I wouldn't mind having one of those out at the poolside to put stuff in. But, well, no, what I have, it's going to be really cool. My father-in-law gave me, and I don't even know why he gave it to me, but this is what I'm going to do with it. It's an old laundry sink. And so I said, oh, do you have handles to go with it too? And he said, yeah. And then he also gave me a big piece of plexiglass that needs to be cut. And I'm going to cut a piece out of it small enough for the door. I just need to buy a post to put it on. But it's a big laundry sink and I'm going to set it on its side and I'm going to paint in like on the bottom of it, sink into a good book. And then, put all the books in, put a door on it. And just got to have hinges and all that kind of stuff. So I think it'll be fun.
I'm gonna mute real quick. I gotta print it.
Noelle says she's got 3 more hours and she might be done with her yard. That's awesome. After the hurricane, I went out and just I didn't pick up Randy did most of the picking up of the debris, but I did sweep the driveway and then I I just felt like being outside in the sun, and I pulled weeds and stuff just to do something outside. It was nice.
How bad was your fence after all was said and done?
Well, it's not too bad. It's chain link fence, and so the top pole is dented a little bit, saggy. It's probably not even enough to really worry about. I don't know. But the nice thing is that we didn't even have to get the tree off. Randy had to go back to work like on Friday. He was off Wednesday and Thursday. And on Friday, I ventured out for the first time and ran some errands. And when I came back, there was a couple of city trucks sitting out in front of our house, and I didn't see people sitting in them. And so I walked around and I saw a guy just finishing up, and he had, even though it was on our property, it was next to the street. And a couple of the city guys, I guess they just were going around just helping people with whatever they had, needs they had. So they took care of it and pulled everything out to the curb. And today's the first day of trash pickup. So they're going to start picking up all the debris today. I mean, you drive through town and there's just piles of stuff everywhere on the curbs and stuff. There's a lot.
I've watched videos. People were posting videos of the water just coming in, and it was just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah. Our lot is pretty high. Just in front of the house, we have the vacant lot next to us, which is part of our yard. And then the house next to us, in front of their house, the street floods, but not up into their house or anything generally. But the street, you don't want to like drive in the street when it gets really, really bad. But the only, I saw one house a little ways out of town that looked like the water was coming in the house.
Here, I'm not sure. I don't use the catalog, but Rhonda's asking if you're using the catalog with List Perfectly, have they synced up the new screen? I thought I read that they did in one of the List Perfectly groups, but is it syncing up fine if you list from the catalog? Because I don't put my stuff in their catalog. It's just going to be too big of a project that I don't have time for. So if anybody knows, let Rhonda know. I would think that those ladies are on the ball as far as anything that happens to any of the platforms that they work with. So, but I don't know. Now, I have heard of the Cha-Ching King. He's on Courtney's members things.
Okay.
And I've watched a couple of his videos, but he does a whole lot of basic eBay type training. So if you're new, definitely at least go over there. If anytime you have a question or, want to learn something, there he may have a video for it, because he likes to teach from the get-go, the newest information out there to help, newbies get going on eBay.
Noelle said she found a hole hip deep next to the sidewalk where they replaced part of the sidewalk. Good grief. You're not injured, right? I think she says it down. Didn't hurt, but scared her. Yeah. Oh, my
I can
lands.
imagine.
That's
It's kind of all of a sudden walking and you're in a hole.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, he does. He does storage units too. See, I would love to get a storage unit, but then I'd probably get that one that would be filled with, junk. Junk. Nothing that I could resell. So it probably won't happen.
Well, we were, I think I've told you before, we were really blessed with one time, and it just goes to, who you know and who knows what you do. Because before we were even really selling all that strong on eBay, a friend was helping. She had a bunch of storage units that she rented from a guy, and they had an auction, and somebody bought a unit and then didn't clean it out, and all they left was like 30 bins of books. So it took me 3 carloads to go and get all of those books, but it was completely free. The guy wouldn't take any money for them. And I was like, "Are you sure?" He goes, "No, we already had the auction. I got paid for that. I just need somebody to take it." because the guy, didn't hold up his end and take the stuff. So they had already rented out the unit and needed it empty. So it was good.
Yeah. Catching up on my highs here.
So,
Lori.
it might be worthwhile to just let people know, after these auctions, if they're ever in a situation where they just need something, gone, if it's what you
Mhm.
do, then maybe they'll call you.
Yeah. Robert's still
I
in the
think that's kind of
process
what
of
happened with
making.
Lori and all the Boys Bears. They just needed it gone. And that was a big windfall.
Yeah. Some people, plush and books are junk that they don't want to deal with, so it's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Hi, Sandra, Lisa, Christy. Lots of new, I'm not sure if they're new names or just names I don't remember. Sandra, I think, has been here for a bit, but I'm not sure about Christy. So welcome, Christy, if you're new. Oh, Robert says you've been here for a while.
I think so.
So
my memory's shot though, so she might be my sister. I don't know.
I know I don't trust myself to remember.
We're getting better. Remember in the beginning? Shoo, it was like somebody needs to make a list for us.
Lisa M said she's new.
Oh, good. Yeah,
welcome.
We have no agenda on here, Lisa. It just what questions come up, or usually whatever ends up happening that one of us has a question and needs help, or we spend a lot of time catching up. And
sometimes we have special guests that
sometimes we have a third in our group, and she said she had to do another job first this morning, but then she'd be on. So I think that's all the stuff. So I don't know. Noelle, you're the one that commented about changing my store name. Should I do it now or wait till after fourth quarter? Or does it even matter? Don't know. Yeah, Beth and we've both decided, well, I took it a step further. We are listing the difficult things that have sat in our storage areas forever because we didn't want to mess with them. So we both agreed we're working on this stuff. So she's working on license plates right now. I need to get to mine too, but I've been listing. Look at this pile right here. This is stuff that Robert had to pre-pack for me because it's all oversized. So I didn't do the blow molds yet though, but little people bases and dehydrator and small appliances, just big, bulky, yuck stuff that I refuse to not list with. I need accurate dimensions because that shipping's gotten crazier since the new update. Oh, the fruit. Oh, so Noelle said she's getting all the fruit she wanted. Are you going to can and dehydrate and all that stuff or what? I love to can. You guys can't see it, but I have a canning shelf over here that when we don't do a garden every year, but when we do a lot. And then that way it lasts me for a couple of years and I don't have to do it again.
I was just talking about, I was talking to Randy. He brought home some canning jars yesterday that somebody at work was getting rid of. And so he brought them home and we didn't lose a lot, but we do a you pick peach. There's like peaches in our area, like in the spring. And so I had a freezer full of peaches in the motorhome and it accidentally got unplugged about a month or two ago. So I lost most of my peaches then. And then we just had a few in here and they survived, but I'm going to go ahead and use them up because I don't know how long they'll last. Anyway, long story short, I said to him, I should try canning peaches next time instead of freezing them. That way I don't have to worry about losing them due to electricity. But I don't know if peaches, I only have a water bath canner. I don't have a pressure canner. Do any of y'all know if peaches have to be done with pressure?
No. I don't remember. I've done peaches in the past,
I've
but
done
I don't. I do both.
So you have a pressure canner. I had saved my mom's pressure canner after she died, and I left it in one of the outbuildings back in Oklahoma with the plan to bring it the next time we came, and it got stolen. It was not locked up, and our renter said because he worked at the school, so it is a small town, so people knew when he wasn't home, and he said it was probably stolen so that somebody could use it for drugs, to cook
So
up whatever
Noelle
they
said
got.
they're water bathed. She's a master food preserver for the
Yeah.
state of Washington.
Oh, wow. Like through the extension service?
I think you can water that.
Is that
Yeah,
like
if
a
it's-
master gardener?
That's kind of the general rule.
Right. If it's going to be real salty or sugary, usually there's exceptions, but usually you water bath that. But, we canned, I think we canned 90 quarts of green beans. We go crazy when we do can, enough to last. And then everybody stopped eating here. So we have quarts of green beans to last us.
Because, green beans have to be pressure, right?
Mhm.
One time I did it by myself. There was one year when we had a garden, and it was my senior year of high school, and my mom was in the hospital for a little while, and the beans had to get done. And she had taught me how to do it, but I was nervous about doing the pressure canner by myself. I mean, here I was just a teenager, but I did it, and I was proud of myself. But that's been a long time ago now. So I wouldn't trust myself to try to do it again. Well, I don't know. I might, but
Get a ball blue book.
I don't have it. I do have a blue book.
Yeah. You just follow that word
Yeah.
for word and you're good. That's what I do. I just follow the blue book and do exactly what it says to do.
Where do you even buy a pressure canner? I don't even know where to buy one. Do they have them at Lowe's?
I added it here. Did you see it?
Home
Oh,
Depot?
wait, when I went back,
Some place at eBay. I don't know if I trust one secondhand for
On the
a
other
pressure
thing
canner.
down there. On one of the other Chrome things. That one maybe.
oh, okay.
Yes, now go back to the other one.
I keep, oh no. Oh, there you guys are.
Well, I
Sorry.
do tomatoes in water bath because they're high acid. So I have done tomatoes without a problem.
Robert, it just keeps going away. All right.
Because
So
you changed the size of
I know. Never mind. Here, Nona's daughter. How did we meet?
The three of you.
The three of us. When I first started this channel, y'all, I was terrified to do the lives by myself, even with Robert in the background, because, but at that point, you weren't really even talking that much. So I think my first time I ever did a live, I was like, anybody want to be on my channel with me? And Lori and Elizabeth was like, I do. And it just kind of stuck. And now it's just like,
Now you can't get rid of them.
yeah, no, be nice.
Well, and so just to add to that, I just started and took over our eBay store last September. So I've been on a year now. And when did you start your channel? Like in April or May? It was April, right?
April.
So I started watching reseller videos in August or September. And so Rebel had been on a little while, but you probably had maybe 500 subscribers at that point, something like that. So you weren't up to 1,000 or anything yet. And I don't know how I found you, but I was like, this is somebody I could be friends with in real life. And so I just, I had watched a few videos, and I thought, usually if I'm gonna like dedicate myself to watching someone's channel, I go back to the beginning, and then I'll start from the beginning and I'll start commenting, because honestly, y'all, if you comment to every video, if someone is not already huge and they're overwhelmed with comments, so you just start commenting to every video, and pretty soon I'm sure Rebel is like, who is this person? But and there were a couple other people, Tina, NC, whatever, she was commenting just about to every video, and other people. So I would start, like, I would not only comment, but I would read everybody else's comment, and pretty soon she knew who I was, and would answer back and stuff. And I told her, I was like, I'm not stalking you. I just I feel like you're somebody I could be friends with in real life. And I just, if I'm going to dedicate to a channel, I'm going to try to watch every video. So,
And she did. She
and I've done
commented
it with the
on
husband couple too.
every single video.
And now I'm behind because I've gotten behind, but yeah, the hustle couple, they're so funny because they've mentioned me in so many videos. In fact, because I comment all the videos and I've watched everything in order. I'm behind on theirs right now too. But they had a question about something. They're like, I know that we've talked about this in a previous video. Lizzie, you've watched all the videos. Do you know? I'll be like, do you know what video that was in? And I think at the time I did figure it out. I went back and looked at a couple and I was like, I think it was, such and such, but it's not all in my head, but so yeah. And I am a YouTuber myself. I've had a channel since 2015, but I do booktube. So if you go to my channel, you'll see it's all about books. But I have a short playlist of reseller videos, but my booktube subscribers don't know what to do with those. I've got a couple of faithful people that watch everything and they've watched them, and my sister watches them, but I need you guys to come over and watch my reseller videos because none of my regular subscribers know what
Can
that's
understand.
Yeah.
And no, we haven't met in person. We are trying to put together something like March of next year where we're going to try to meet up maybe at one of these big highway sales or something.
What happened to you guys coming to Florida and going to Disney World?
I know. It just ain't happen. It might happen. I might get to a point like, okay, like right now it's 40 degrees outside. I'll be like, it's time to go get some warmness into my bones because I'm getting cranky.
It's not 40
Maybe
degrees there, is it? Oh, you mean later in the winter when it's 40 degrees? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was 40 something this morning.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was cold.
Oh my.
And I'm so speaking of frugal, I refuse to turn my heat on yet.
Yeah, really.
I
guess it is October, but still.
Yeah. I doubt I'll make it through the month though before I turn the heat back on. Because we had one night where I keep flowers outside, and one night I just happened to look and it said it was going to be 39. So all the flowers got dragged back in. It's cold. Yeah, Rhonda's in my hemisphere.
Now, you guys are like in a mountainous area. Mm-hmm. So are you pretty high in your elevation of where you live? Is it pretty high?
No, we've just got mountains all around us.
Okay.
Asheville's in one direction, and the Knoxville area and all of their mountains are in the other direction. So
okay.
Robert says we're at 1,500 feet elevation.
Okay.
But yeah, it gets cold, and I have a feeling we're in for a really rough winter.
Really?
I really do. My dad said it, and he's like old school, and
they look at the woolly worms.
Yeah, the woolly worm. No, my cleaning person who came was like, "You've got a solid black woolly worm in your driveway. That means we're in for a bad." My dad was the fog. My cleaning person.
Really? I've never heard
which
that.
I fired my cleaning company.
I don't have my phone in here. I need to go find my phone because I need to start my listings. I have just one sale. I had 5 things to mail yesterday, y'all. 5 things.
That's good.
I've just got one thing right now, and it's ready to go except for the label. Oh, no, here's my phone. Never mind. But I've already taken pictures enough for today and tomorrow, so I wanted to try to get started on those drafts and maybe just, am I going to have to learn that new listing tool?
It's not too bad when, like, at first, those of you who do sell similar, when you start a new listing, on the old way, it showed you your suggested categories to put stuff in. It doesn't do that hardly now. It does on some things. But to be honest, I don't do a whole lot of searching for categories because it always suggested, if it's a bowl, it would give me which one it suggested I go into, or coffee cups, so yesterday, a couple of things, nothing. It wouldn't suggest anything. So I literally had to start, okay, where collectibles and this and that. And that part is tedious. But we all got to learn, I guess. go with the flow, right?
Is everybody put into it now, or have they been just like rolling it out? And
I asked Courtney this like 2 days ago, and she hadn't been thrown in it yet.
okay.
So,
Because I had to click on something last night, and then it sent me to it, and I think I thought that I actually had the option still, but I just clicked on the wrong thing. I misread it, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Of course, there was no going back, and I was like, no, let me go back.
yeah, just poorly planned. Let's see, Emma Ellie's mom. You said you're East Tennessee. Where are you, East
I think
Tennessee?
she said Maryville.
Oh, Maryville. Okay.
I think.
We should do a get together. Our Saturday thing, we should do up towards
We're
Knoxville.
going to do the next one in Johnson City.
Oh, Johnson City.
And then the one after that, I want to do in Knoxville.
Knoxville. We're trying to see if we can get some of the other YouTubers that basically Scott knows them more than us, but through YouTube
No, not
to
Maryville.
see. Not Maryville,
Where is she?
East Tennessee.
She was in Maryville.
I don't know.
I don't know. Scott County.
East Tennessee. Oh, Scott County.
Cheryl says
Yeah.
she's packing up 6 sales from yesterday and 11 orders on Monday. That's awesome, Cheryl.
Oops.
See, our post office was actually closed from Wednesday all the way through the rest of the week.
Well, maybe
Our
next
whole
week.
town was out of electricity for a good 4 days. And so thankfully I had some orders that I could have like sent out, but I held on to them and I didn't send out any offers. I mean, not orders, offers, because I didn't want to try to generate any more sales than what came organically, because I didn't know when I was going to get to mail anything. So one day though, so if y'all remember last Wednesday, I had one sale and I had one item that hadn't been paid for. So I had one sale that was ready to go. And so Randy took it down there and he took a picture of the sign, which I posted on Facebook, on Instagram, that says, post office, sorry, we're closed due to weather. And I looked up the old mantra about, neither wind nor storm nor dark of night or whatever. And I said, well, I guess the post office has given up on their old motto. But, I can't say as I blame them. So
Nope.
when they finally, I think it was Saturday, maybe it was Friday or Saturday, I went to the post office because this package needed to be mailed. I had bought the label on Wednesday and I needed to try to, take it somewhere. So I went to our post office. The power was still out, but in our lobby, there's one of those half doors where you can open the top half and leave the bottom half closed. And it's right next to the slots where you can put mail. There was one guy there. The lights were out. There was one guy there leaning on the window, accepting mail. They couldn't scan anything. They couldn't no money could change hands or anything like that. But he took my package and I said, are you sure you could take it if the label, is the label not too old? And he goes, oh, it should be fine. I said, I guess worst comes to worst, you can always send it back to me if the label's wrong. But I'm sure that in light of the fact that the power was out, they probably just, kind of grandfathered everything in. And, we're under normal circumstances, they would have said, no, this is timed out. They went ahead and took it.
I don't think so, because I found a package one time that had fallen out of an IKEA bag and it was like 3 or 4 days old. And I took it in there and I'm like, can you guys still ship this? She said, oh yeah, don't worry about the date. They didn't,
Okay.
well, mine didn't care. I don't know if anybody else's would, but
I think
that was bad.
Oh, you know what? Now, okay, because we had a situation when I was gone in April, and now I realize that this was different, because I had taken the computer with me, and Katie's computer wouldn't sync with our printer. So Randy had bought the label, but he wasn't able to print it out. So it was a few days later by the time he went to the library to print it out, and that label had been voided. It never got used, so he wasn't able to print it out. He had to buy another one.
Oh.
And so that was the case where it was a little bit different, maybe because it hadn't ever been printed. it voided itself. I should make sure we didn't actually pay for that label. I need to go back and make sure.
Chantel, if you click on the 25 cents, does it tell you what it's for? Sometimes if you see that it's getting ready to charge you something, if you click on it, it'll say, listing fee because it's in a category that you don't get free listings.
Mine does that if I keep it on auction, but instead of buy it now.
Yes.
And sometimes it's just slow to load on my phone. There were a few times, like during the storm, when I had limited internet, I was having to wait and wait. I would click on, click off auction and just click buy it now. And it would take, a minute or more for it to finally go to listed free.
Yeah. And Nona's daughter, I don't do hashtags either. She was asking, does anybody do hashtags in their Mercari listings? And I don't. I think you can do hashtags on Etsy also, and I don't do that. And Facebook Marketplace. And, well, I'm getting ready to shut it down, too.
Are you?
Shut it
You
down.
have an old crowd there. Shouldn't they be calling pound signs?
Y'all. You can Google words to get hashtag ideas. Yeah. I know.
Well, and if you do Instagram at all, that's like hashtag city. So you can figure out hashtags from there. Hang on. I'm going to go get some coffee and I need to cough.
Yeah, I've got. Oh, and here she comes. Yes, Lori.
Hey, I am so sorry I'm late.
It's all right. It's all right. You're here,
Can
right?
you hear me okay?
Yep.
Look at your hair.
No.
Oh, it's so cute.
You got yours all pulled back.
It is pouring here, and I just had to go over to Marathon, which is over the 7 Mile Bridge. 7 miles a bridge. And fix a couple properties that we have people checking into today. And it was pouring rain. So I was trying to do all of it quick this morning, and it would have worked out if it wasn't raining, and then I would have been back in time, but that's okay. I'm here now. And so, but your hair looks cute. I love
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
I love it.
I did the real
Where's Miss
bang this
Elizabeth?
time.
It looks good. I like it. I love it. I love it.
My sister said, quit going to bed with wet hair and, actually blow dry it. And I was like, no.
It looks good. No. Well, that's like with this, if I don't straighten it, just put a brush through it with a blow dryer, I'm gonna have
Especially
a big
on
old
rainy
afro
days.
puff. Yeah. Well, it's not too bad. She could have cut it worse, I guess. Where's Miss Elizabeth?
She just went somewhere she needed coffee. She said she was going to go get her a cup of coffee.
She has her power then, right?
Yes. Yes. We've been chatting about the new. Did you get the new listing screen? You've had it, haven't you?
I've been on the.
Oh, that's right.
Like, you mean when they changed it? Remember, like 6 months ago or
That's
something?
right.
They made me do it, and I was about to say, did they do it again?
Yeah, they just got a whole
Hello,
bunch
Noelle.
Just got a bunch.
So, meaning they switched it to everybody has to use that.
There's still another group, I don't think, because Cheryl said she hasn't been thrown into it yet.
So, do they give her the option?
I think it kept giving me the option. I always had this little thing up in the corner that said,
Right.
Check out the new listing. You can load videos. Yeah. And I was like, oh, no.
I'll never do that.
Nope.
Yeah,
it's
it's been.
She's had it.
I'm not. I don't like it. I still haven't really gotten the hang of. I mean, I have, but I haven't. I like the old way better. I feel like they're changing up.
Yeah, I don't like the button. I do not like the button item specifics. I don't like them. I want to be able to type. And they took away my blue bubble.
So you mean for the item specifics so you mean when they just like bring it all up or?
It never is appropriate to me. very few. I might be
I
lucky if
agree.
a color is right, but then you get the color put down in character.
Right.
Blue gets put down in character, and you have to take that. Just all these little.
It is. I do not like that either. And they, like I said, eBay thinks they're doing you a favor by entering stuff that has nothing to do with your item. And yeah, I don't like it either. I don't like
I'm
it either. I
doing.
don't like it when I do my listing. I do all my listings and then I go and I look at my screenshot, what eBay gives you as far as how many items need to be. They'll say items needs specifics at 76. I just fucking did 76, you asshats. Like, why do they keep giving it back to me, telling me to do it after I just listed? And when I did the listing at first, I went and put in the item specifics. It'll tell me, oh, you need 6 more. How about I'll tell you what you need?
Yeah. I have
Real
12.
quick, buddy.
I have 1,200 that require item specifics.
And you know what? I had 6. Well, when I started over, I said, oh, I'm going to fill out the item specifics. I won't have to go back in and do it. Bull snot. I had to go back over. And to this day, every new listing, the next day I go in and that one's in that list to, add item specifics. But I already did. So
yeah, I've
what do you
seen that
do, right?
Mm-hmm. One of these days, I'll go in and try to do some, but just some of them's not appropriate. I guess
I don't think any of them really are.
I'll click that button that says, don't ask me anymore, and hopefully they'll go away.
Well, that's what I've been doing. So I'll go in and wait till I get a group of them. Like last night, I think I did like 40. And I just went in and I go in, double check. I go in and click them all, right? So that I can edit them all, do the item specifics at one time.
Mm-hmm.
And then go into each one and click that little box. Don't ask me again. And then just skip on through. Don't ask me again. Skip on through. Because I've already done. I mean, I do check to see if there's any other ones, but there's not. There are not. They're not.
Yeah. Well,
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hey there. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave just as you were coming on.
It was funny. It was like you left and she came.
I heard you coming on. Yeah, I had to cough and I had made some coffee before we came on and I wanted to get some. Also, Emily has a friend over who's like hanging out with her while I'm in here. So I just wanted to make sure that they were doing okay. So
you got power. You're excited.
Yeah, it came back on Wednesday. Sunday afternoon and then internet about 3 hours later. But I was just talking to a lady who lives several streets over yesterday morning. She still didn't have internet. They have Spectrum and it was not
well, you know what? AT&T is not working down here still.
Really?
From the storm. Yeah. So I got the Comcast, but I mean that's it. There's AT&T Comcast that you can get down here. Like our neighbors have AT&T. Go figure. I can't get it.
Huh. We have either Spectrum or what is it? Frontier? I think. I don't know. Anyway, we're pretty much back to normal.
In our group, Christy, one of the girls in the Facebook group, last night she posted it was Tuesday night and she still didn't have power.
Whew.
So I guess it's not back with everybody yet.
I'll tell you what, this storm was so weird, the way that it hit and the spots, because like Key West got hit hard. I mean, they really got, the ocean side really got nailed. If you guys, I don't want to show you pictures, it's so sad, but it's like the boats are up on the ramps down there, like on the boat ramps and on the side, like from people liveaboards. There was a few people that died on the liveaboards, and Coast Guard rescued a few people. Like this guy couldn't get a signal or something, but he had a signal. That's what it was. He had an internet and he was able to get a message out through Facebook that he couldn't get the Coast Guard or his other stuff was down. And he was outside of Key West and they went and got him. But it's just crazy. It hit so sporadically in different spots, I guess. And so what I'm saying is they didn't deem it an Hurricane 5, Category 5 down here. So a lot of these people,
4, yeah.
Well, they didn't deem it a category here. We just got a tropical storm.
Really?
According, to FEMA. So they're not giving anything to these guys that are, or not helping. I shouldn't say giving, but you know what I'm saying. It's just a weird storm. And then you got you all the way up and, and you guys get hit with stuff. It's just weird. And then poor Fort Myer.
Poor
Yeah, I
Flooding.
think they got the
yeah.
worst because that's where landfall was. So it
Right.
the eye went a little south of us, but so that put us on the north side of it, which was the stronger side.
Which was scaring the crap out of me. I watched it come up that way, and we were watching. We have your town plugged down our
yeah.
you can watch it. Make sure you. It's just scary. It's scary. Anybody who's been through anything like that. It's
And the
scary.
thing I hated is that it came through in the middle of the night. I would much rather have it in the daytime so I can watch it,
Right.
the worst.
It was scary at night. Our windows were like this. Like
Yeah.
our sliders were just just scared the daylight out of me. Like, that's how they're made. They're supposed to bend. I'm like, no, they're not. It's glass. Why is it bending? So, how was everybody's sales this last week?
I mailed 5 things yesterday, so I was excited about that.
Right.
Mine was good.
4?
Mine's been
You broke
good.
up there.
Oh, I
You
said
know
I
what? Mine's been
I
good
mailed
too.
5 things yesterday.
Very good.
How are the
And your
bears?
sales have been good? They're doing excellent. So last night
Did you upload your video yet?
it'll be live. It'll be live today at 3.
Okay.
Y'all go look at her video for the Boyd's Bears.
I don't even want to look at me. I'm turning bright red. So that took me so long, and I love doing it. But cheapers, man, I found it after watching it for the 35th time, I was like, this is really freaking boring. Nobody's gonna watch it.
No, it's not. It's
But it
very
was
well
only like
done.
9 minutes, right?
It's about 9
Yeah,
minutes.
but it's still
My
I guess
videos are 30 and 40 minutes.
me listening to myself talk for 9 minutes. I'm like, I could barely listen to myself talk for 5.
You did good.
Lori, when I'm trying to edit my videos, I fall asleep. I'm so boring. I fall asleep editing my own videos. So you're fine.
That's funny. Oh, you make me feel better, Liz. Thanks.
Yeah, so you guys should go watch it. It's all of her Boyd's Bears, and she did some comps, and the video quality is great. You could see the bears real clearly, and the massive amount of them, and
the massive amount, right?
Massive.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you, girls. Yeah, it is good. And the good thing is I'm selling them. So now I have a great follow-up video to do. And once you get that first one out, I'm sure you guys will be able to agree that you learn so much, even with your first one, right? So next time it'll be a little different, and then a little different. And I'm sure I'll get it. It won't take me 6 years to put out one video.
Because we want to see your face in some of them.
That's so that one. I decided if I didn't just film it like that, or then what am I supposed to use the word film? Why I say film on everything? It's record, right? Video. Anyways, so when I was recording that, I knew that if I tried to do it, I just wasn't going to be able to. So I went through and filmed everything, and then went back and did a voiceover. I don't think I'll do that again. And if I do, it'll probably be through a different, route, because I just did it through iMovie. But
so you did a
I walked myself
voiceover.
through it.
You didn't say it as you were filming it. It was a voiceover. Oh wow!
Right.
See, I don't know how to do that. I need to learn how to do that.
And I don't either. Still,
I didn't know the difference.
I managed to pull it off, and I'm telling you, it was hours. But yeah, I thought it was all right. I thought it was all right doing it that way. I just, next time I have some notes and stuff, but I don't know if I'll do a voiceover again. Maybe at the bins or something. If I'm out shopping, I think I could do like that. But yeah, I just had to get it out. And you know what? I kept going back to try and make changes. I'm like, stop it.
Yep.
Stop it.
Just do it. Just let it go.
Out. Yeah.
I did sell some Yadros this week, though.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yes. I gotta go grab one that I sold today. So I sold the big one, the big Mommer Jommer, for I think $120. I can't remember. But yeah, remember, guys, this stuff is all free. It makes me just so grateful for the whole entire universe right now. I'm the happiest chick on the planet. This gal just sold,
which makes me think though.
Oh, that's beautiful.
In the future, you might. American Bubble Boy has this stuff. We bought some because
we ordered it.
Did you? Yes.
Ordered it yesterday.
It's this stuff, and you like put it
Yes.
in a box.
Called Instapack.
Yes, that's it. I've got some ready for a few statues that I have listed. It's like as
But those
soon as I
arms
sell
on
them-
that, I'm having
Well, and
anxiety
that's-
just wondering about you packing that.
So I have the box for this.
Oh, good. Okay.
And it comes with the foam with exactly what Rebel was just saying. That
Good.
Instapack stuff is how these things are made. But girls, these came to me in a cooler, a styrofoam cooler, loose, packed on top of each other. And I, you know, because Chris carried all that stuff in his house, and I'm looking at it as he's bringing it in. I'm like, stop! Yeah.
Wow.
He's like, what am I? That's Yadro. I think that's Yadro.
Oh
Stop.
my goodness.
I have like
but I'll tell you
10.
what. Yeah, you need to. So the Instapack stuff is exactly what you need to do to ship these. But you know, the stickers were still on them and stuff. Like that just goes to show these things are strong as you know. I mean, I wouldn't go playing football with them, but there's
Yeah,
not a nick.
the
The
ones
fingers
with
are
the
still there.
flowers. The ones with the flowers are the ones you really like. I have some that have like flowers all over, and those are
Like-
just crazy.
What do you mean? Like,
Detail is amazing
like
with
porcelain-
the fingers and all that.
porcelain?
Yeah,
flowers?
porcelain little flowers that are like all over the little figure, and those
Oh
are
wow!
crazy.
I don't know
But-
if I showed you guys these two.
but,
Like
yeah,
kind of like the like this kind of flowers like that stick out. And like this is something else. This is Capo Diamante, but like with the little flowers that like are off of
wow.
it.
yeah.
Oh wow!
But I have several that are that way. But I mean, these are mine, and they're going nowhere. So, yeah,
They're mine.
they're mine. I started
Mine,
collecting them when my oldest was a baby, so 30 some years ago.
Oh wow! So then let me show you. I'll show you the ones. I don't know if I showed you guys all of these.
Oh,
Yeah,
Pretty.
and you have the boxes for all of them.
I have the boxes for 2. I think I have a smaller box for this guy too.
Oh, that's cute.
oh.
Isn't
That
he
should be
adorable?
your house hippo.
cute.
That's your house hippo.
Yeah, isn't it adorable? Look at his bum.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is the cutest little butt I've ever seen. His little teeth. Oh my god. I love him.
Frog. That is
So cute. So I have the box for this one and for
All right.
This-
You're making me nervous. Go put it in the box right now before you break it.
you see this one. Look at the little
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty.
I can't believe
And
the
this is
family
a-
just threw them in ice coolers.
oh
That's amazing.
my gosh. Yeah, so but nothing. Like there's yeah, I've gone over it very, carefully. Oh, this is a medieval princess.
Oh,
That's what this is. So okay,
Oh.
let me set
Yeah,
these
Noelle,
away.
I'm
though, 'cause
not
I will.
selling mine. Mine are
She's
mine.
not. They're
What?
mine.
I'm allowed one curio cabinet, self-imposed limitations on what I can put in it, and that's all I'm doing. Like my
Okay, so
wall,
these-
my wall's getting ready to be overburdened.
These are getting listed today, girls. So I wanted to drag these in here and show you because I found also Fenton in there.
Very nice. I love
Oh,
Fenton.
wow.
Is that what is that? Like a carnival? What do they call that kind of glass? Like a sparkly?
Yeah, but that
Not
I think
sparkly,
iridescent.
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 That's what- So this is a little girl. Then I found these really rad things. Super rad. Like if I did something like cook or hang out in my kitchen, I'd probably keep them. Look at how cute.
Those are.
And they're
Are they-
Fenton.
Are they black or are they like
They're
purple?
black. They're
Oh.
they're black.
Kind of
They're
a
black with I mean, sorry guys, I'm my computer, I'm just a little they're hand painted
Wow. Signed.
and signed. Right?
Yep.
That. And then I found some baskets.
Very cute.
wow.
Yep. Iridescent. I
That's
kind of
great.
learned that word. And then I'll forget and I'll be like, is it luminescent, iridescent?
Did those all come together with the Yadro? That was all in the
Yeah,
same
right,
lot?
all right in the same ice cooler.
Oh my lands.
One is broken. It's out in the living room still. I didn't have the heart to throw it away. But these are, I didn't. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. The one that's broken. It's like,
I would pack.
Do you know anybody who does mosaics or something? Sometimes you can give broken glass
And then
to.
oh, true that. And it's really pretty stuff. It's like the opalescent, like this guy.
Mhm.
Opalescent. There's another word for you. I just came
Yeah.
up with.
Opalescent.
I'm sure I saw that somewhere.
I don't know if people do this or not, but I bought 4 plates at a yard sale, and I didn't look at them closely. The 2 on top, which she had, I mean, I paid like a quarter each, so it's not a big deal. The 2 on top were really pretty. They're all 4 the same pattern, but the 2 on the bottom, I didn't realize till I got home that the glaze was all cracked and stain had gotten in, so it was discolored. The design around it is still really pretty, but the plate itself is ugly for 2 of them. So I put them in 2 lots, and I listed 2 of them as like for, I don't even know how I did it, but basically I was saying, that it could be used for crafting, or, like sometimes I've seen people like paint stuff on a plate, it still has the border, but they paint, and I put them really cheap, and I got a watcher pretty soon. They haven't like bought them, but I don't know if any of you guys ever sell dishes like that, or broken glass, if there's even a market for it. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure there is. Look at that market for
paper,
cashmere,
stuff, yeah.
for cashmere sweaters. I mean, like there
Even if
is
they
a
have
giant
holes.
market for that. Yes, the whole was for. I can't remember the keyword that I was listening to someone talk about that they use in their sweater listings, but there is a specific keyword. And then sweaters, crafters, whatever they're called, Noelle says it's purple amethyst. I'm saying it looks black as hell, but you're probably, I'm sure you're right, Noelle. I will make sure I keyword it right, and I'm sure I'll show you before I list it anyway. So pipe down, sister. We'll get it.
Robert said, if you plan on packing those handles, do our little air pillow thing like we do to our cups of our coffee cup. If you've got air pillows, put them around those handles.
Yeah. Around the
and
arms.
Then wrap it in a million pieces of bubble wrap.
Like this kind?
Cutter lot. Somebody said cutter lot. Is that what you were looking for the cashmere? Around the
cutter
handle.
lot?
Cutter lot.
Around it?
Okay. Is that what you would also do for denim? Who was talking about denim the other day? Was it one of us? Was it on this live stream, or was it somewhere else I was listening? Maybe it was Daily Refinement was talking about how, like, if you have jeans that are like damaged as far as, being able to wear them, that he had somebody that he sold a lot to that they were just cutting them up to make things, because people make purses out of them.
That's it. That cutter lot. That's what that is too.
Okay,
I wonder if they could use it for anything. But that's
denim that I could do that with.
Like these.
Okay.
And then you put that over the handle.
Oh, use 2 of them. Okay.
You might need 4 or 5 of them.
You might need 4 or 5. Just
gotcha.
Yeah, I would put one inside too, like you did, but then one
just wrap them around it.
Mm-hmm.
Fill the space in also.
Right. I love my pillows. Love using pillows. Never have had anything.
Well, I also I have a crap, because I got all this glass and crap. I went and just got a whole bunch of good products to make sure that I have them on hand. You know what I mean?
Did you read?
Can you guys hear me?
I know nothing about glass, so don't listen to me. But air pillows
yelling at us.
She's
yelling at us again. You know what?
Yeah, if you're using really heavy stuff, for sure. But I would still fill it in with something. Do a combination of that plus maybe styrofoam peanuts or something.
Definitely. Yep. I got some nice peanuts, but Crumb, we got to order boxes today, girls.
Yep. I already did.
Oh, you did already?
I need to write that down now because, so I got the 12 by 6 by 4 or what was it? 12 by 6 by 6. What are they? Shoot.
Yeah,
I
the
need
12
a little bit smaller. I need see what you would recommend. I need a little.
Rhonda said you can add the keyword de-stash to the cutter lot listings too. Sometimes people use that word. De-stash.
So,
I've never heard that.
de-stash. So 12 by 6 by 6. These
SCASH.
boxes are awesome, girls. You know that, Rebel. But
Yep.
anybody else who needs to know, these are great, Lizzie. In
12
chat.
by 6 by 6.
I
Yes,
use
from
them
eBay.
a lot.
So what is the next size that you use, Rebel, that
Bigger or
you
smaller?
know, smaller? Because I have a lot of, like I said, so I have a lot of this stuff, and obviously it's too,
Like 4 by 6 by 6 or something.
Yeah, I was thinking that 6 by 4 by 4 or something, or 4
Something
by
like that,
something like that.
They do I like 8 by 6 by 4. They're kind of good for, well, I use them a lot for like ball caps and
Okay.
plush that have like a music box in them, but it's not very big. I like that size.
Yeah, that might. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do, because that's exactly what something like
This
that.
is not an eBay
Maybe even a
box.
6 by 6 by 4
But
or
it's
something.
8 by 6 by 5 is one that this just is what I'm shipping out today.
Yeah, I don't buy the
But it's
eBay.
not eBay.
I use so many. I end up using my coupon for the bigger boxes. So I bought, like, I love the 16 by 12 by 8s. Love it. But they're big. Bigger.
Right.
Love that size. But yeah, I think this is the next size down. You know what I do when I find an Amazon box that I love that size? I order that size. So there was one of the boxes that we used to get from Amazon all the time. It's like a 10. What is it? Oh, I have it 10 by 8 by 4. That's a good size too for
10 by 8 by 4.
But none of this is eBay stuff. I don't think.
I'm really happy with these boxes. I'm serious. I didn't think, I was just, like, nah, let's just see what we got. But they're not heavy as heck, but they're sturdy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I love theirs.
I've got to remember, I'm just now getting into hard goods, guys. So those are awesome.
Yeah.
So I've always used Holly mailers for everything, and then a lot of Poshmark sales. So a lot of priority mailboxes. So I don't have a plethora of them, but that's what I need is I need to start filling up my inventory, my box inventory.
Yes, definitely. You guys make sure you order your priority stuff now, because last year they had issues. Your padded flat rates, your large and your smalls, your shoe box.
I want to also from
eBay.
I gotta write down.
I ordered some legal flat rates and a couple sizes of boxes. So the regional B, which I think are going to be perfect for scrapbooks. Now that I've sold almost all my scrapbooks, I finally found the right box.
Emma was asking what shipping
that happened.
We use this. Easy Start, Walmart, Duck Brand.
That's good.
Well, it's like $18 or $20 for 8-pack. So
I know that I don't. Well, plug your ears if you're going to listen to this question. Okay, so I know we've talked about mail-in ephemera before and stuff, but what do you use, Lizzie, for paper stuff for you? Do you put it in a plastic? I just have a lot of stuff in there I got to go through as well, and I kind of want to have an idea.
I put everything in plastic, but then I mail it in a rigid mailer. I have some 2 different sizes. I have one that's like 15 by 13 for like my big stuff like scrapbook paper, and then I have a smaller one that's like 8 by 12 or something. But they're the hard side, like a photo mailer. And
right.
I mail, that's what I use. But I line everything in plastic first before I put it. If I'm going to put it in a cardboard, that's what I do.
Because I have some, and also I found a whole bunch of little miniature oil paintings.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what they're called. I think there's a name for them as well, but dollhouse size. I mean, probably 500. They're all different artists. All different. They're signed. They're just going to take a lot to go through them. So I'll bring some on next week and show you guys. But I want to know if I should ship them in a box, right? I mean, they're little, like super little, and then probably just a hard, or maybe even a box in a bag.
Are you going to do them in
Maybe
lots?
do that.
You
I
might.
don't know what to do with them. Does anybody know how to sell little baby paintings? Because there's so many, and they're very cool. Some of them have frames. Some of them are just a canvas. Some of them are on like a hard, canvas, that like a, what do you call, board, but like painters, use, which would be a canvas as well. Some of them are, I mean, but they're no bigger than, 2 inches, 3 inches. So I don't know. I was going to try and lot them up by like artist, but then maybe there's kind of like a theme. I started going through them. Right. As then I was like, okay, maybe a theme, do it themed. And then I'm like, well, then I was looking at other ones that are going for buku bucks. And so there's just so many. It's so much, but fun to learn anyways, nonetheless. This stuff has been fun, and I do enjoy that part. So, it is about making money, but it's also fun to learn this crap too, right? Super fun. Nice. Yeah, Denise, you're right. Listing them, that's totally what I agree, is list them individually. And but again, it's just the work going into it. It's going to be one of those, I'm going to have to grab like 10 and go to bed with them.
And
look
also,
them up while I'm dozing.
You're going to need a lot of little boxes too, if you're going to do it individually.
Right.
So, the boxery, if you're going to order box right now, to me, if I'm buying on eBay, but not eBay supplies, I've been going through the boxery, and I usually get my stuff. I ordered Friday and I got a delivery Saturday.
Oh, wow.
So
I know, Noelle. I know.
Oh, so Noelle, yeah, she says little paintings go for hundreds. That's awesome.
I know. I have yet, you know what, Noelle and I haven't had a phone call. Well, I got to show her some of the stuff, but I'm so excited to show her these other paintings too. So she's gonna freak out, and honestly, should probably be able to point me in the right direction on how to list them too. So I'm very excited about them.
Holly's comment, she found a little snoozums, which they sell usually used and in not very good condition in the hundreds.
What?
Hundreds.
What is it? What are they?
Box. They're called little snoozums. Everybody go to eBay and look up little snoozums.
Did you hear that?
Is that the correct spelling? Snoozums?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I bet you I have found these 5 or 6 times. They're so unique. Once you know what you're looking for, you'll see a piece of a thermal pajama attached to a plushie. You just know what you found. But yeah. Which one was it?
So it's like a stuffed
puppy.
Animal head, but wearing clothes. Wearing pajamas.
She found the blue puppy.
Oh, I remember when you sold that blue puppy not that long ago.
I have found the blue puppy and the pink one a couple of times. I found 2 of them at the same yard sale. I crammed them in a little backpack. What was that? Bert. I'm getting feedback.
Died.
Sorry, guys.
You guys hear me okay? My earphones.
Oh my goodness, what's happening?
Oh my goodness, what's
I
happening?
sound obsessed.
Oh goodness.
Talk, Lori.
What's going
You talk, Elizabeth.
What about now?
Nope, better. Am I better?
Are you better?
All right, I just I muted myself for a minute. How do I sound?
You're fine.
You better. Can you hear me?
Ooh.
I think
You
it's
were
over now.
possessed.
Whatever was causing it is done. That was crazy.
That's what I always hear when you talk.
Robert said that's what he hears when I talk. Rawr, rawr, rawr.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah. Holly's also the one, I think, is the one that after I talked about jammy pies. Found 2 of them up in her neck of the woods. I think she's New York, but
What is
yeah,
it called?
now she found a
snoozum?
little snoozums.
Little snoozums. Okay.
Yep. And if they're in good condition, 200 plus. And she's got one in the box.
I'm
No,
looking
not
at the
little
sales,
snookums.
though. Most of the sales are in the 45 to 70 range.
And those are mistakes.
But that's what they're
Yeah, but if you look,
for
they're
right
all
now.
United Kingdom, Denmark.
Because then you have to pay for that shipping too if they're
Little snoozum. Oh, I guess I could have read the comment.
there's a couple
Yeah.
of
She said she found a
one.
jelly cat smudge bunny.
Why is
Dang.
it only giving me little snookum? It won't give me little snoozum.
I don't know. That's just weird.
Yeah, I'm getting little snookums.
I thought
Sniffles
you
and snookums.
soldiers rebel, but I see your picture here. I recognize yours from because it was sitting up.
How am I spelling it wrong, guys?
Oh no, that's beekeeper. The one
Yeah,
could've
I
sworn this
haven't
was
had one
yours.
in a while.
You haven't? Someone seller is WV beekeeper. This picture, I could swear I recognize this picture.
Oh, I found it. No, I didn't.
It's one that's
Yeah, not all
Oh,
of
yes, I
them
did.
sell well. Not
the
all
cat?
of them do.
Holy cow.
Is that what I'm looking at?
She
One-third-
had the blue puppy.
yeah, I see the blue puppy right now. There's one for sale that's $225, and that picture looks. I've seen that picture recently, but maybe you showed it in a video and did a comp or something, and that's what
I
you
think
showed.
so.
Maybe that's why it looks familiar.
I think when I first did that initial video on vintage plush and it was just screen, I think I put little snoozums in there.
Okay.
It's only giving me one, guys. I only got one.
There's one that's really cheap, but it's cute. It's a Musha Belly Snizzums Chatter Monkey. It doesn't.
That's not the same.
It's not the same, but it's funny looking. It's cute. Yeah, it's only like $9.95.
I tell you,
It's not a little Snizzums, but it's spelled Snizzums is spelled the same.
I bet you every one of us is looking at a different screen and we're all looking
We
at
are. Isn't that
exact
the same thing? I
Mhm.
that is exactly what was going through my head. Like, how in the hell is anybody supposed to do?
Because everybody gets
it
different
really-
results.
Exactly. Now I got, you know what? I got a whole bunch of snoozies, furry foot pals.
Did you
Yeah, I'm
type in
looking at
little Snoozums?
I did. Little snizzums.
And
And then
sometimes
then
it can be LIL. It could be LIL.
Well, I just put in snoozums. I took out the little part, put in snoozums, and then I got some. I got 1, 2, 3, 4
Weird.
come up,
I
and then the rest have
23
nothing to do.
results.
Yeah, it's like they're little snoozy slippers.
Robert's
So weird.
task today is to, on the Facebook group, to put a thing where we can all start sharing our solds, you know, just to kind of help
Oh, yeah.
everybody out. So definitely those of you who are posting, share. Like Zelda put in here, she just sold a Beanie Boo Frost. Beanie Boo Frost for $260.
Beanie Boo Frost.
Oh.
What is
I'm
this?
looking.
What is this Beanie Boo Frost you speak of, girl?
It's like a little dog.
It's like a little fox, an Arctic fox.
Beanie?
$260 for a Beanie Boo.
Boo. What is it? A Beanie Boo what?
Frost.
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 Yep. So
Oh.
that way we could. I know a Beanie Boo, though. You know, I tell everybody I like tie. Not the beanies too much, but the boos are good. The pluffies are good. Some boos.
Oh, wow. Okay, I got a whole bunch of those come up. 55 solds. Wow.
But none of them like 260.
None of them like holy Christmas. Holy Christmas.
Oh, here's one. Yep, 269.90. Somebody sold one.
250.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess you can command your price for this, huh?
There's
That's
a lot
good.
of souls.
Right.
So,
269.90. Get it, girl.
She got it in a
Get it.
bag of Beanie Boos.
58 results for
If
sold.
Robert could Robert just clip his video saying, clip a little piece of that of him saying Beanie Boos? That's all I heard from the background. Beanie Boos.
Not booze. Boo.
Put it booze. Put it a little.
Yeah, Holly. Holly, she found my child. I'm always looking for them.
So I about those bears last night.
Mm.
So
And what happened? Did they take it?
I had nope. but I got a message from them, and then I went over and I went through each of the bears and looked at the sell through. You know, just these are going to sit for a while to sell. I know, they're not going to flip quick, but I looked at them and I just took the offer.
And how much was it for?
I think we got down to like 220 or something. And that was fine, because if I went through and I looked at each bear, or if I separated it, that was about the right. Like I put it up higher when I listed
because you had
together.
the three together.
Right. So that was actually fair, what she sent me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was actually fair if you looked up the individual bears, and I was off by a couple bucks, thinking they were worth more, because that's what we do. That's worth $500.
Dream big.
But yeah, so I took it, and yes, thank you. That's what I did. And then, but I had some messages back and forth with her, and she was really nice too. So that, that makes it easier to take an offer for somebody who's not demanding it.
Mm.
Who's already causing problems before it's even checked. But yeah, my sales have been doing good, guys. I'm really excited about them.
Mine's been good.
So I'm listing vintage paperbacks today. Look at this cutie right here. Isn't that cute?
I've got some here.
It's from 1953. This printing was December of 66. So this actual book is
wild.
But it's so cute. It's like a little teen romance or something. I don't know. It doesn't go for a lot.
Wild. That's awesome. It's fun. No, but that's cool. Somebody wants that.
I have a bunch of just really old stuff. I had held off, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to list it. They're not super valuable, but they're not getting anywhere just sitting in my garage. So I may as well list them.
Are they worth it to list individually, or are you putting them together?
Well, for me, yes, because I don't care. I'm just listing what I have.
Right.
This is a Perry Mason. Right now, I'm just trying to get good at listing. And so now I'm angry because I was finally getting really good at listing with the old way. Now I have to learn the new way, which is aggravating. But oh well.
It's the worst. It really is.
Yeah. And here's some. I'm going to do these as a lot. 3 Ian Fleming. I think these are James Bond.
Oh, that's cool.
So these are fun.
Did I tell you guys I found sorry, Lizzie, did I cut you off?
No, you're fine.
I found some old yearbooks, like really cool yearbooks, which I think are going to be fun too. I'll have to bring them up and I'll bring them next week with the other stuff. Show you guys this. It's just crazy. There's so many different lots of stuff, it's just going to be a fun little thing to go through. But definitely. It's but my ADD is mental. I'm telling you, because I'm like, oh, okay, we'll do all the address. Okay, let's do all the Fenton. Okay. And then I just can't. And then I'm over to the next one. I'm like, but this stuff is so cool.
Yep. I'm on a self-appointed no listing plush this week. And
I saw that in your video.
It's hard because, I did a haul. You guys, I think it's going out tonight.
Well, and you can flip through it, right? You can get through plush like that, just churning them out, right? Hey. How's that going for you, Rebel? She's going to be up in the middle of the night downstairs listing plush.
It's annoying. Well, because it's a lot today I'm determined to list Lego minifigs. I bought all those minifigs when we went on that trip to Cincinnati. I finally got them all sorted. So, you know, those are just tedious because I got to pose them and double check that no crazy dollar ones are in there. And I think I'm just going to
Make sure that, well, you know what? That's exactly why I'm showing you this. So I found all these too. And these are those like little beans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're as highly sought after than the minifigs, you know, but they are
I've
little.
got one of those listed, those bean things.
And like
my.
you have to go through them, right?
So I kind of did a deep dive into those. I have one of those.
You?
Well, it's a pod that has 2 in it, and I went through and I found a website. So there is a site that tells you which of those are rare and which are common.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, I'll try to find it and send you a link.
Thank you. That would be great. But that's like the
search it.
Because
Because there are some that are more rare and they'll go for more.
So that was my question. Is that like, those are kind of like the minifigs, right? Where you got to look them up and see if.
Yeah. And there's like different series and they're all numbered. Each one of those individual beans has like a number and a different series and a number. So if you find that site, it'll tell you exactly which ones
I'll look for it, definitely. It tells the rares and stuff. Yeah. There's some that are different size too. Like I assume that would be.
You have the big ones.
Well, the big ones open up and hold a couple of small ones if you actually open them up.
Oh, okay. Good to know. I'm glad I brought those up.
At least that's my experience. There may be more that I don't know.
Right. No, to me, when somebody collects stuff like that, usually, or keeps a lot of it, there's some kind of value. I mean, even if it's sentimental, whatever, it's worth taking a peek at. But so you have one listed, one little bean?
Individual. Well, it's a double. It's like
that makes me feel good.
Open it up and it's got 2. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll send you a thing to my listing.
So they're worth messing with then.
I just listed them together because I just had they're in one thing, but one of mine was a little more, was like listed as rare and the other one wasn't. And so I just tried to kind of put it like at a comparable price. So
what about your minifigs, Rebel? Can you Google Les? Can you Google Les them? Google Les.
I think
Google
so.
them.
Yeah, I mean, let me show you.
There's probably a website for the minifigs too.
Probably. Oh, wow.
These are all minifigs.
Wow.
So I think I'm just going to lay them out, unless, like, I've sold a minifig for like, I want to say $80 or $90 before. It was some Star Wars one.
I'll tell you what I did with the bears. I went through and looked at their high price. You know what I'm saying? Like this search like that, and then started looking through my bears to see what I had. You know, and since you have so many, maybe that, like, just see what they had, what's selling for hot, for big money, and just see if you got those, I guess. I don't know.
Yep.
Gosh, that's going to be fun. I'll let you know when I'm listing beans and we'll call each other.
I know.
Do a screen share.
Yeah.
Little boy toys. Right.
That's today's job.
Oh, wow.
That, and I've got Imaginext, just all these things that I've set aside because I'm going to have to actually use Robert's table area to lay everything out, and because I don't have room here.
Rebel, I was concerned, missed you on social media and thought you were sick. Where's she been? Where'd you go, Rebel?
I didn't go anywhere. I just think,
where'd you go, girl?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought I've been on there, but maybe I haven't. I know I haven't answered comments on my YouTube. So yeah, I probably have been I come upstairs, I eat something, and literally I crawl in my bed and I read or I watch YouTube. That's what I do at night.
That's the best thing to do at night.
Mm-hmm.
Crawl in the bed. That is my favorite. I have to keep a nice, clean, crisp, fancy bed. Because that is like my ultimate goal at the end of the day, is to get in that cozy, crisp bed and watch my murder shows and do my eBay. But that's like what I look forward to at night, is my bed. Isn't that crazy? Ugh.
I have an adjustable bed and I have a weighted blanket, and that is heaven to me. I just got a weighted blanket.
and it's too freaking hot in the summer. So I'll tell you what, the temperature is cooled now. So, and I can actually just sleep with the fan and not the air on. I'm going to try it now. And I bet you I'm going to just for real that's it. That's what I'm lacking is that weighted blanket. Oh,
Lori's
love it.
Holly Long asked how you acquired the stuff that you got. Was it someone called you, right? Because they knew what you
yeah,
did and they just called you.
pretty much. That's exactly it. They had some of it was their families. Some of it was some tenants, like just people that had left their stuff behind and they ended up shoving their parents or moms or dad's stuff in with the other stuff and kind of just been there for years and wanted to clean it out. And let me tell you, I am so glad that I did that when I did that, because the storm that just came through would have probably
ruined it all.
ruined a lot of it, because they got water on that island. So I'm
That's
like,
what I call a
grateful.
God thing. That
There you go. That's exactly a God thing. So I'm so grateful by this stuff. Like it's just, I needed it at that time. I've been, sourcing crap. And so that was definitely a God. He came down and said, here, we just going to take this and give it to you, girl.
Yep.
But that's how I got it. And it is just about people knowing what, I'm Carol, don't tell everybody, but I do talk about it. And it just letting people know. Right. And that's how it was. And honestly, like they said, they weren't like oblivious to it being worth money. They just don't want it and they don't have time for it. And they know that they knew there was some money in there, but again, they were just going to take it and sell it to somebody up on the mainland or throw it away. And if it would have waited through the storm, it would have ended up just getting put out to the street, which would have broken my heart.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's how I got it. He grew 2 more. What is going on there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Beth's son had 4 wisdom teeth pulled out and grew 2 more and had to have them taken out.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
Overachiever.
Big time. Put your teeth away, son.
That's the thing with the military. They don't let you keep your wisdom teeth. Mine hadn't even come in, and they cut all of mine out. They don't let you keep them.
Cheryl said she didn't know that was possible. I know it's crazier things have happened. I used to work with this guy who, and I'm one of those people that I don't look into people's eyes. For some reason, I look at your mouth when you're talking. And I noticed this guy, and I asked a couple people, I'm like, am I seeing things? They're like, no, you're seeing it right. This guy that I used to work with had 2 rows of teeth. Like his bottom teeth, he had 2 full sets like of teeth. Okay.
All right. There you go.
Yeah. And I think it was like, used to laugh. We used to call it. They had a nickname for him, like Shark Boy or something like that. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I mentioned.
Yeah, that's definitely medical.
yeah, but it was interesting, and I was just like, wow, that would have some interesting complications in your life and your dental bill and all of that,
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I've got that comment just still sitting up there. Nobody said anything.
Oh,
I find it.
I think if we click on another comment, it'll pop down.
I found
and then it won't pop up the other one. Did you find it? Okay.
Yeah.
Super.
MO87 is like a shark, and because I think they used to call him that. They would just joke him. He had some kind of a nickname like Shark Boy or something.
Yeah, I would be afraid of that one. Speaking of sharks, guys, real quick in our closing here, I'm gonna tell you about how many
what do they do
shark attacks. I don't know, but there has been so many attacks down here in the last few months where people have gotten limbs and like bitten off by sharks that I don't know what's going on with them down here.
That would be.
They're out in force. They are out in force. It's been this year. Seriously, we've had so many. Just Google it. It's nuts.
Wow.
It's nuts.
What do sharks do when there's a storm? Do they just go deep?
They just go out deep. Yeah. Everything goes deep. It's so weird because you see the deers too around here. I didn't see my deer for 2 days. They just go find high ground. So all of the animals, it was just really quiet here, and that storm was moving in.
I won't.
Yeah, I don't like the dentist either, Cheryl.
It's
so hard for me. I have a big fear of the ocean, but I still go, like I go kayaking and I'll paddleboard and stuff and I'll go out in our boat. But as far as swimming, unless Chris is holding me by the ladder of the boat, or like I can't do it. I have such bad anxiety. Even getting out when we beach our boat up on the sand at like islands out in the Gulf, and I don't want to walk from my boat to the thing. I've seen a shark swim up on them, on Willie and Chris, like come up behind them. I'm good. I don't need. I know where I belong. Not in that shark's mouth.
I was jet skiing when I lived in Hawaii, and it died. I flooded it or whatever. And so my friend who owned it said, just leave it there. I'll come out and get it. You just swim back. Well, I had a life jacket on and everything, so that wasn't a problem. So I leave it where it is, and I start swimming, and something hits my foot. And I was near a rocky jetty. So I crawled out as fast as I could, tore my hands up, tore my knees up, getting out of the water.
Yeah.
Sea turtle.
You panicked. It was a turtle.
Oh.
Never have gone back in where I can't see the
go.
ground.
Well, it's not because you can see the ground here, which is good. So that takes a little bit of it away. But the fact that you can see the ground allows you to see the shark clearly swim up and hang out in your inner circle. Not down with that. Nope.
Yeah.
But I do love being out there on the boat. I love it. It's my favorite pastime. Really is. Really, really. I tell you girls about the night we stayed out, and of course there's nobody around. We're in the ocean, okay? And all of a sudden I hear I'm like, what the heck? It was dolphin swimming up by our boat. I was throwing shells like out behind me, and they were coming and getting the shells. Scared the daylights out of me. But one of the coolest things ever.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, girlies. I'm
Yep.
hungry.
Yep. We got an estate sale to go to.
Oh, just rub it in. You're going to see me just fly up on a weekend. I'm going to be like, hi, I'm here for the estate sale.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find out. There was supposed to be one in my area this past weekend, but I didn't even bother to look it up because I thought surely they have postponed it, a week because the power was out everywhere and all of that. It's the same people that gave me that have given me books at the end of two of them. So I feel like she only does it if I actually go to the sale and buy something at the actual sale. Like she's not going to call me if I didn't show up to the actual sale. So I have to actually go to the sale to get any of the free stuff after, which is fine. Free is good. Free is good, Lizzie. Don't turn it down. Remember,
Don't turn
take
it
it all.
Nope. All right.
The problems we have.
Mm-hmm.
Our girls.
Yep.
Don't forget to watch my video, guys.
Yes, everybody
go
go watch her video. 3:00, right?
Nice.
Eastern. All right.
Like and subscribe.
Bye.
Like and subscribe. Bye, guys.
Bye.